Welcome back, everyone. This week, stepping up for the Woodward Polar Bears in the midst of trying to raise some money and, frankly, a lot of it, so they can build a brand new football stadium for the Woodward Polar Bear student athletes to use, to participate in, and it's something they haven't had for a number of years. Here to talk about that, Jack Rentz, principal of Woodward High School, and also Emilio Ramirez, the principal mentor for TPS, and former principal at Woodward High School. It is really great to have you guys here for what I believe is a tremendous cause. For many years, I think that Woodward kind of is the forgotten school out in the southern edge of the point, North Toledo, the Polar Bears, but a storied tradition. It's steeped in tradition, incredible alumni. But you want to get your own field for your kids to play on.
We like to call it probably one of the finest facilities in North Toledo, the old One Village, right?
Right.
And we really appreciate you being for us being here today. And you're right. It is a storied tradition. The Woodward Polar Bears have been a long time members of the City League and the Toledo Public Schools, and a tradition that goes well deep. Great alumni and great members, and it's a great school.
It really is. We had our debate there a couple of years ago. I mean, just a fantastic facility to hold it. I believe that was with Congresswoman Capter. It was the congressional debate. What a building it is, that new school out there, first of all. I mean, it's beautiful. And you want to add to that with a football stadium. Exactly.
It was always kind of in the original works when we had the old building torn down, and actually the facility of where it stands now, the new building was the original football field. And years back we talk about the amount of times that the amount of money they tried to raise for that old stands. They used to sell magazines back then, and both my parents were alumni there. Did the same thing to raise money, and we want to get back. Fully involved with an athletic facility that is going to give us what it is we can use.
As a student athlete on a Friday night, you want to play your home games at your high school.
Under the lights, and now on AstroTurf.
That's what community is all about.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Okay, so we brought props today, Emilio. Let's take a look at the actual the football stadium, what it's going to look like. Right. When you raise this money and get it done. And Jack, maybe you can give us the play-by-play.
Basically, it will be a blue all-weather turf, usable for state competition at the Ohio State level. And then we have our field here with the Woodward Polar Bears in the end zones and our great logo in the middle there. And you'll see this will be the home side here, and this is the visitors. And if you have some kind of a ability to be able to visualize, this is Central Avenue, and then Stickney would be on the other side of the building.
All right, right in the heart of
right in the heart,
North Toledo there.
And one of the things we're very proud of, and Emilio and I have been working hard in the community, was to make it a community location. So seniors can use it to walk on. And as a matter of fact, it was a community decision that helped us finalize the colors and the style of the field. We were considering a blue field and perhaps some other different kinds of end zones and maybe a black track.
You go Boise State?
Yeah, well, we were thinking about it, but there were some prohibitive things that were involved with that, including cost. So we decided, and we had a pancake breakfast. It was a $5 pancake breakfast a couple Saturdays ago, and we had allowed the community to come in and vote and give us their opinion on what it is they thought would be the best look for us, and this was what was selected.
Well, if I know North Toledo and One Village and that whole gang out there, they are more than happy to give their opinion.
Absolutely. And they're animate about it.
Laser was there, and One Village was there, and we're part of
the Bell family. These folks all take a part, and that's what we're very proud of. What we've been proud along this whole time has been is that we've made it as a community effort, and as we said before, we're very proud to be in North Toledo and continue that effort.
All right, right, absolutely. The Renaissance continues. It's all part of the ongoing effort in that community to bring everything back. Okay, Emilio, we appreciate you doing the work for us. The check is truly in the mail. That'll come a little bit later. But you're trying to raise some checks. You're trying to garner some checks right now, and we will. We'll talk about this. Okay. Go ahead and raise it right now. Let's while we're at it here.
Well, if you drive down Stickney and Central, you can see it's very recognizable.
With the beautiful school that is already in place.
And what was great was Dan Tabor from the Collaborative, which was the architectural firm that designed the layout. This was his whole perspective of how the campus would look, and we're getting very close to that goal. And it's as you can see, we're very proud of it, and it is an additional piece to North Toledo.
Okay, so now let's get down to the brass tacks. About $2 million project here, right?
Right.
The stadium, everything that goes with it. And this is not just a field, as you mentioned, Jack. It's the track, the bleachers, concession stand, facilities. So $2 million, where do you stand right now?
Well, we received 1.1 million from the voters back in early 2000 with the Building for Success Fund of Toledo Public Schools. Right. So every high school is allocated 1.1 million from LFI funds. So finally, all the buildings are built. Woodward and Scott are the last two to get that final piece to complete the entire project. So we are allocated 1.1 million from the voters, and thank you for that. But and then we had some options on what to purchase. So we, like Mr. Rent said, we had a pancake breakfast, about 300 people. Just told them what the costs are, what are we looking at purchasing, and one of the main things they wanted was a track. That Woodward has never had a track. Even when they built the stadium back in the 50s and 60s and they sold magazines for that football field, they never had a track. So that was a prominent piece. The other piece was the field, and I know Jack mentioned it about the grass field was $420,000 for grass, turf was $550,000. So it was very comparable and comparable. So those were the two main items that we wanted to go for. Now, with that being said, then we need stands, we need lights, we need concession stands, we need restrooms to match that. But we wanted to have those two staple pieces that the community could use. You know, you really can't use the stands or can't use a concession stand.
You don't want to go half in on this,
right? We're going big.
Exactly.
We're going for the whole show, and have youth on it, soccer on it, have senior citizens using the field, cheerleaders, youth leagues, everybody. On a turf, you can go 24/7, 7 days a week. Right. So we're happy to use it as a community piece, and we've been selling it as that.
And so many high schools now are going to the turf from a maintenance standpoint. Right? I mean,
what we estimated was probably about $15,000 a year just on upkeep of a turf field, cutting it and seeding it and making sure that it's watered. So, that was one of the things that we thought over the long haul will get some great use, even past what a warranty on a artificial turf field would be. And it's just, again, it's what's deserving of the school. It's such a nice piece. It's the next level, and we want to do that for our students. I think it's right.
Also, the usage of the turf field of grass. Typically you only play your home games on. Right. Well, we would have 3 or 4 home games. You use it only 3 times a season. Whereas a turf, we can practice on it. The band can be on it. The little leagues can be on it. The soccer teams can be on it. We could.
It's a community.
Yes,
absolutely.
Field,
right?
Field location.
And you go local in enlisting or commissioning that field. Brad Morrison and Maumee Bay Turf Company out here, which is this company exploding, but certainly it's been. Prominent in putting down a number of fields in Northwest Ohio.
Absolutely. It's one of the best representation of NFL fields in the New York Giants Stadium. And again, it's a plus because they're local and it's great right across the river. We're very, very proud of the fact that we can do that. And not only that, but it's a recruiting piece. We want to bring back those students, athletes, that those type of facilities are important to. We're losing to the parochials, we're losing to other public schools that compete against us, and we want to keep those athletes in North Toledo at Woodward High School.
Right. There have to be so many budding athletes out there that like say, well, there's no field here. And before, the gym was an issue as well.
Correct.
Right.
No offense.
Yeah,
but
it was.
But it was.
Yeah.
So it's all part of it. It's all part of it. So you think it's other TPS schools, not just Central Catholic or St. John's or whatever.
We have folks that live in the north and all over our community, our learning community, that that look for those facilities, and that's what they want to grow to, because they know that that's going to produce a better athlete in them, a better facility. And our students today, how it is, they're about having the best of the best, and that particularly those athletes, because it gets you an opportunity to step up. Okay,
and we mentioned the alumni at the top of the interview here. So I imagine you've certainly reached out to the Woodward alumni.
Yes.
What are you looking to do now? You're on this program. How far do you have to go, and how long do you expect something like this is going to take to put the final piece of the puzzle in place?
First, Woodward has been going. We're in the old building, 1928, and started downtown back in 1920. So we're at 94 years of history. We have over 250,000 graduates that have gone through Woodward halls. So it is reaching out to them and saying, okay, this is accumulation of this project. This is for North Toledo. This is for where you came from. We want to help you to get back engaged in this for everybody. So we have started a campaign for the last 4 years. We've been doing sock hops. We have been doing pancake breakfasts. We've been doing everything and anything. Facebook, ToodlePolarBears.com. Toodle
Okay.
Polar Bears on Facebook.
Well, this is where you can, Jack, go ahead
some
and
plugs.
let the
Yeah.
folks know. I imagine we
Well-
have some Woodward alums in the audience right now.
Yeah,
So they
exactly.
can tell their friends and they can tell their friends. Yeah.
Well, we have two ways of donating. We started a project if you'd like to have a memorial stone, which is kind of hard to see, I'm sure, on the camera. But we have these available in the main office, and you can contact us. And we also have another way they can reach out immediately, right online. It's www.woodwardstadium.myevent.com. And you can see there's a little thermometer there. And right now, if we hit the number there, we're going to have to, that will get us the amount of stuff to finish the field, a lot of the funding that we need to finish the field and the letters, and it'll get us right in the right direction. But obviously, we need it a little bit more.
Google woodwardstadium.com and you'll find it.
Exactly.
No problem, right? All right.
The other is a major event is our sock hop in August 9th at Centennial Terrace. This is our third year doing it. We had 700 people last time, and we're hoping for it'll fit 2,000. So we'll bring them all.
Later this summer, and I have a hunch we'll bring that up as we work our way toward that event. Emilio Ramirez and Jack Rentz, thank you so much for coming in. Best of
Thanks,
luck.
Lee.
Thank you for
I
your
want
time.
to see a stadium for the kids out there come to fruition. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.
Conklin
Thank you.
Company. We're going to be back in just a minute.